3 years ago, I made a video on how to make your own custom totem. Lately, people have been asking me to make an updated video, so I finally got around to doing that. Plus, I'm going to show you how to make your custom totem animated. This video will show you how to make a custom totem for Minecraft versions 1.16 and 1.12. The reason I'm including 1.12 is because several of my viewers still play on servers that haven't updated to the current Minecraft version, so that way they can make a custom totem for themselves. And I'm also going to be doing this on a Windows computer. Before we get started, I'm only going to be using 2 programs for this. First is Paint, and this is already included in a Windows computer. Second is GIMP. Now GIMP is a free image manipulation program that you can download, and the only reason we have to use GIMP is to add transparency to our totem. Below in the video description is the official link to download GIMP. I will be breaking up this video. The first part, I'm going to show you how to make a standard custom totem. Then I'm going to show you how to make it animated. Timestamps are listed below. Also in the video description below are several links. Depending on which totem you want to make, there are links to download the totem templates to make this process easier for you. There's both the templates for 1.12 and 1.16. Then there's also if you want to make the animated totems for 1.12 and 1.16. The reason 1.12 and 1.16 are separate is because their folder structure and file names are different for each version. So you need to make sure you're picking the correct one if you want to make a specific totem. Now in this video, I'll be showing you how to do it within 1.16, but the steps are pretty much the exact same for 1.12. You just have to make sure you're following which file names you're editing. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and download the 1.16 totem template. And the link for this is in the video description below. And when you click the link, it'll take you to this MediaFire website. Go ahead and click on the blue download button, close out any pop-ups, and it's going to download it to your desktop. So now go ahead and click on your start menu, and you can start typing %, app data %, and press enter, and it will open up a folder. And then within here, you look for the .minecraft folder, open up that, and then a folder called resource packs. Go ahead and open up that. Now within here, we're going to go ahead and drag and drop the zip file we just downloaded right into this folder. And then I want you to go ahead and right click on it and do extract all. Now when the pop-up for the extraction pops up, go ahead and delete the last part after the last slash. So for here it says totem 1.16, you may have totem 1.12. Go ahead and just delete that last part. So it's just got the slash and hit extract. If anything pops up, you can go ahead and close it out. That way you're back at the resource packs folder. Now from here, you can go ahead and click on the .zip folder and go ahead and delete it. We do not want that in there at all. Now, 1.12 and 1.16 have different file folder structure. So I'm going to show you what 1.16 looks like, and I'm going to tell you how 1.12 is different from it. So from in here, go ahead and open up the totem 1.16 folder. And you're going to notice 3 things: assets folder, pack.mcmeta, and a pack PNG. Now, the pack PNG is just an image that shows when you choose your resource packs within Minecraft itself. And then the pack meta is the folder or the file that says what version for Minecraft this is. So I'm just going to open it up. You don't have to do any editing here, but I'm just going to show you what the difference is. Now for Minecraft 1.16, the pack format is 6. For 1.12, I believe it's 3. So this tells Minecraft which version your particular resource pack is for. You don't have to edit this at all. I just want to show you what the difference was. So within the assets folder, go ahead and open up that. Then there's Minecraft, textures. Now for 1.16, this says item. For 1.12, it says items. So there's the difference there. And then within here is for 1.16, it says totem of undying. For 1.12, it would just say totem. Now this is the custom totem that we have for our game. So this is the generic one that just comes with Minecraft 1.16. This is the 16 by 16 image. That's the vanilla edit of the resource pack. But I kind of separated it so it's just the resource pack so we can edit it how we like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just right click on it and choose edit. And for me, it opens up Paint. You may need to open up Paint within your start menu and then go to open up the particular file within app data. But from here, it shows the image. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. This particular image is a 16 by 16 image. You can have it whatever size you want, but you have to remember it has to be in a perfect square, either by 16 by 16, 32 by 32, 64 by 64, 128 by 28, 256, 512, something like that. But remember, the bigger you go, the more taxing it's going to be on your computer's resources. I typically like to stay around 16s, 32s, maybe even 64s. But for my custom totem, for my videos, if you've ever watched them, it's typically a 32 by 32. So what I'm going to show you is I'm just going to go ahead and delete everything out of there. I'm just going to draw something. I'm just going to draw some squiggles. No, actually, let's not draw squiggles. Let's draw a circle. Ooh, an arrow. Let's do a green arrow. That's a horrible arrow. Let's try that again. Remember, we're 16 by 16, so it's pretty crummy. That's pretty good. That's my artistic championship right there. I'm going to go ahead and save. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and open up Minecraft. Okay, now that I have Minecraft 1.16 open, this could be 1.16.0 all the way up to 1.16.5 because this particular totem will work within this version. And now I'm just going to load up a single player world so we can now check out what our edit of our totem looks like. Okay, now I'm loaded up in a single player world and I have two totems just so we can watch what the edit looks like. Now the totems I'm holding right now, their texture pack is the generic vanilla texture that's within the game. So what we're going to do is press escape, go to options, and go to resource packs. And now you're going to see right here where it says totem 1.16, that's the one we just edited. Remember, all we did was extract that file into the folder and then just edit that one image. I'm going to go ahead and do the little arrow. Make sure it's on top because if it's below, then that means the topmost resource pack overrides whatever is on the bottom. So since we just edit the totem, this will just overwrite the default texture pack. So we're just going to do that and click done. Give it a second to load. And then press escape. And now you can see our arrows. See that? That's our arrows. Now you're probably wondering, why does it look like this? We edited the arrow. Why is the white border around that? Well, that's where we need the GIMP program to do the editing to make the white or any other color that we don't want to be transparent. You could actually make it green. We could do an opposite and make the white normal and do a green transparency, but we want just the arrow. So this is where we need to use the GIMP program. So in the video description, if you haven't downloaded it and installed it yet, or if you have a different program like Photoshop or any other program that could do transparency on a PNG, then that's what I would choose. But I use GIMP because it's free. So let's go ahead and hop into that and I'll show you how to make this image transparent now. Now you may actually have to start up whatever program you have, but I can actually right click an image and go from here. So I'm going to right click on the PNG. And I'm going to go open with, and then the GNU image manipulation program, GIMP for short, and give it a second to load up. Okay, so here's our image, very zoomed out. So we got to, you don't have to really zoom in too much, but I like to be able to get in where I can actually see what I'm working with. So you can use, there's the magnifying glass to zoom in. So the only real thing we have to do in here is up at the top left. It's called the fuzzy select tool. It's a little wand with a little yellow thing at the tip. So you just go ahead and click on that once. And now you're going to click on the color that you want to make transparent. Now, since we want to make the white transparent, I'm going to go ahead and click on the white. So it highlights it. And then all I got to do is click on my delete key. Now, what you should see is this checkerboard pattern here on the image. Now, whatever is checkerboard, that means it's going to be transparent for us. So that's exactly what we want. I'll go ahead and click on File. Choose Export As. You don't have to make any changes here. Just click on Export. Click Replace, and then Export. Give it a second. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump back into Minecraft. Okay, I'm back here at Minecraft, but nothing has changed. Now you have two options. You can go back into your resource pack, remove it, and re-add it, or you can also press F3NT, which reloads your resource pack. I'm going to show you the first way first, and then when we do it for the animated, I'll show you the F3NT option. So go to Options, Resource Packs, remove it, click Done. This is going to reload the old texture pack for the totems. Now I'm going to go back into Resource Packs and re-add it again. And then there we go. That is our resource pack with the transparency. Now remember, you can use any image you want. You can go look online, you can download an image, and you can edit the PNG to show your image, but make sure that the size of the final totem of Undying is a perfect square, 16 by 16, 32 by 32. So if you paste an image in there and it's like 60 by 128, you've got to stretch out the image, or you got to stretch out the box that the image is in to a 128 by 28. It's got to be a perfect square. If it's not a perfect square, it will fail and it will not load. So you got to remember that. Now, also, I'm not the perfect artist. You guys have seen my custom totem with my own image, and that was just me hand drawing in Paint each individual pixel. Like I said, you can download an image off of Google, copy and paste that in there, and then do that. Now, what I'm going to show you do is how we make an animated custom totem. Now, to start making our animated totems, there's actually two files I want you to download. One is kind of a training thing to show you the differences on how the animation works, and the other is the template that we're going to use to make our custom totem. So the first link is called the 116 animated template. So go ahead and download that to your desktop, and then also download the 1.16 animated totem. Okay, so once you have them both on your desktop, go ahead and drag both of the zips to your resource pack folder, and we're going to extract them the same way we did the last time. So I'm going to right click on one to extract all, and then just delete the last part. So where it says totem animated 1.16, delete up to the last slash. That way it extracts all the folders and files correctly, and you can close out the pop-up. And then we're going to extract the other one the exact same way. Remove the last bit of text right before the last slash and click extract. And then now you can go ahead and delete both of the zips. So now you should have two folders in here. One that says totem animated 1.16 and then totem animated template 1.16. You don't need the template, but it's a good training tool that I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So go ahead and open up Minecraft again. And then in your resource packs, you should obviously now have two. I deleted the original 1.16. So we have the totem animated 1.16 and the totem animated template 1.16. So go ahead and load up the totem animated template 1.16. Click done. And it's going to load up a very special totem. So right here, you can see that I'm holding my custom totems and they're animated. And it's cycling between 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they're just coming back around. Now, the way that animation works within Minecraft is you got to think of it like a film strip. So there's film at the top, you know, the old school film strips from the reels. It cycles through films. So that's basically what we're going to be building, is a film strip of images that the game rotates through to show that. So I'm going to show you exactly how that does that. So we're going to leave that guy there. I'm going to go ahead and bring up my folders again. So go ahead and open up the totem animated template 1.16. And you're going to notice that the pack PNG and the pack MC meta are the exact same. Open up assets, open up Minecraft, textures, and then obviously 1.16 has item, 1.12 has items. And now you're going to notice two files in here. Obviously there's the totem of undying.png, and if you're in 1.12, it would just be totem.png. But now we have a new file in here. It's called totem of undying.png.mc meta. Now this is what tells Minecraft to take your image and make it animated. Now I'm going to go ahead and open it up so you can see what's in here. There's really only two things you need to notice. One says interpolate. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. And it says false. Now what that means is, as it goes through each image, do you want each image to blend, or do you want each image to cut each to next image? I have as false, which means it goes through each image without blending them. But let me show you what happens if I change that to true, so you get an idea of what that looks like. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. So you can see how each image right now is just going through, no blending. Now I'm going to reload my textures. Now watch it now. See how it's blending? It's slowly going through each image. Obviously, you could have images that blending, and it'd be pretty sweet to have that. But I leave it false just for the blinking. If you had a more detailed image, obviously the Interpolate would be probably a lot better, but I'm going to leave it as false. Now the time frame. Here's the big thing. Now remember, Minecraft works in ticks per second, and 20 ticks per second is 1 second. So when I say time frame 20, that means each image of our film strip is going to last 1 second. I didn't mean to break that grass. So let me reload the totem. And I want you to watch how each image flows. It's going to flow for like 1 second. It's still added. Did I reload it? I didn't think I saved it. Hang on. Let me reload it again. Okay, there we go. So you can see 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. You see how each image is 1 second. Now let's change that to 10, because 10 is half of 20. So by that estimate, it would now be each image is only half a second. So see how it's going much quicker now? So 10 would be half a second. If you did it as a 5, it would be a quarter of a second. Now I'm saving that text file each time and then reloading it. If you don't save and then reload, it won't do anything. So see how it's going quicker now? It's jumping through each thing. So you got to think about that. So 20 means each image within your film strip lasts for 1 second. If it's a 10, then it's just half a second. If it's 5, it's quarter of a second. So you got to remember that. And it all depends on how long your film strip is. I'm going to save that. I'm going to reload. Okay, now let me go back to the folder structure. So you can see here, my image is just 4 images. You could have 100 different film strips. Now think about this. This particular film is a 16 by 16 or a 16 by 64, which is, so the first 16 is the first image, right? And then if it was 16 by 32, it's the second image, and then so forth and so forth. So if your image is your original totem image, if it was say 100 by 100, and you wanted 5 incremental images, then you would need 100 by 500, because you need 5 individual pictures. But since I just do it with blinking, and you know, I have 3 pictures of the totem completely open with its eyes open, and then the 4th image is where its eyes closed. So I have 3 seconds of eyes open and then 1 second of blinking. Of course, you could stretch this out to, 10 total images, and with only 1 image of blinking. That way his eyes are open for, 9 seconds and then 1 second of blinking. Or even stretch it where it's stretched out longer, but then you have a half a second of blink. It's all depending on what you do or which image or images you want to change for animation. We're going to go back to my resource packs. We're going to remove the template. And now I'm going to put on the normal totem animated 1.16. Now this is the one I custom created. It's not my personal image. It's just the normal totem. Let me try to switch over here so you can kind of see it. This particular totem for 1.16, its eyes are blinking. So you can see its eyes are open and then 1 second right there of blinking. I want you guys to kind of see it. So what he's doing. Okay, so let me go hop over. We're going to go into back to my resource packs. And now I'm going to jump over to the totem animated textures item. Now, this one is also, it says the particular meta file is false and 20, which means each image I'm going to be showing is 1 second long, but they do not blend. They cut over to each one. Now I'm going to show you what this particular one looks like. So for this custom animated totem, I have 4 images. 3 of the top 3 are the exact same for each of them, except for the very last one where it's blinking. See how its eyes are closed? So you can have 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds of its eyes open, and then 1 second of it with its eyes blinking. So if we were going to edit this, so let me go ahead and I was going to edit. So say you're going to edit this for yourself. You've got to remember, so say this was okay, so this is the original totem, what it would look like for the vanilla texture pack. It's a 16 by 16. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of select all, and I'm going to copy it. Now what I want to do is I want to slowly increase because I want to make sure I get each measurement correctly. So I'm going to do 3 individual images. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go to File and Properties, and I'm going to increase the height just by 1 extra image. So 16 plus 16 is 32. That way I can accurately paste the next image in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change his eye color. Let's go. That is horrible. I'm going to do red for the light greens. And then I'm going to do probably dark red for the inner eye like that. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and increase the properties again. So 32 plus 16 is 48. Now I can paste in the next guy again. And this time I could do all red. Let's make it totally all red. So we're going to do, it's like turning completely evil kind of a thing. We're going to go ahead and save that. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Now let me go make sure I've got the correct resource pack loaded. I do, okay. I'm going to go ahead and reload the template, the texture packs. Now you're going to notice, okay, so it's animated. So the eyes are changing. Each eye change color is 1 second long, but we still have the white border around it. So we've got to go back to our image. And this is where we have to use GIMP again. Right click on it, open with the GIMP. Zoom in so I can see what I'm doing. Use our fuzzy tool. Highlight or click on the white. That's the color we want to remove. Delete that. And obviously we have the checkerboard pattern, so that means that that's going to be a transparency color. File, export as, export, replace, export. I don't have to change anything to that. Go back to our game. F3 and T to reload our resource packs. And then there we go. That's how we make our totem animated and then have transparency. And obviously with animations, if you've got a really cool image and you've got a way to export it, so you could have 100 individual images with the individual animations. If you time it correctly, you can make it really perfect. So you could have, obviously I do it with my custom animated totem. I just have my eyes blinking, but you could have different animated totems. I've seen people with Uno cards, 1-ups from Super Mario Brothers. Whatever you really customly want, you can make. You just have to have a little bit of skill in editing the image to make it how you want it. So like I said, in the video description below are the templates to use for either 1.16 or 1.12, or if you wanted the animated versions for 1.12 or 1.16. You just have to go in there and edit the specific image that you want, and then make sure you set the transparency for the background color that you don't want to see around your image. And then you also have to edit the specific PNG meta file to set the timing for how long you want each image to be. Like I have mine set for 1 second for each individual image. You can set it for a lot quicker than that. But remember, 20 is equal to 1 second because there's 20 ticks per 1 second. And then also if you want to set the interpolation either false, if you want each one to go, or if you set it to true, it would blend each image together for probably a more seamless image, in my opinion. But I like the blocky look myself, and that's what I do for me. If you guys have any specific questions on how I did anything particular in this video, please leave a comment below and I'll go ahead and answer you. I hope I answered everybody's questions on how to make a custom totem or even how to make your own custom animated totem. With that, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all later. See ya.